How much was it?
$60. I mean, it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. It is an expensive toy for a person to buy.
How big is this?
He's big, baby.
Ah.
He's big. Yeah. But that's why I sell so many. I'm not gonna tell you about prices anymore. It's not important. It's not important.
No,
it's
no,
not,
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
important.
no. It's important.
Hello, gang, and welcome to Displaying-Model-Behaviour, here once again with Miss Behaviour herself, Juanita, and we are going to tell you all about the nerdy news that you need to know about, specifically the biggest news of the day. Baby. I'm going to ToyTuberCon, baby.
Yay!
In New Jersey.
Yeah.
August 17th, ToyTuberCon, the first ever ToyTuberCon, going to be emanating from New Jersey, August 17th, organized by friend of the show, Articulated Ninja. People have kind of started calling it NinjaCon, and he's trying to not have it as that. Because he'll tell you, it's not about him, but he just wanted to get everyone together. And I'm so happy I can be a part of this. So I'm not going to belabor the point, but it's a happening. It's a happening. So you can book your tickets now, book a hotel room, because it's August 17th, but we're going to be rocking up the day before probably, and I'm going to be mooching around. So yeah, it's going to be happening this weekend. All sorts of people going to be there. Valiverse, D-Amazing, I think, Nerdzoic, the 3POA gang, a whole bunch more. So yeah, I'm so excited. You can get your tickets at the various links below that I'll be posting. And to anyone who's going to be in the New Jersey area, well, I'll see you guys there. The next top story of today, because this episode is all about me. It's just my favorite subject.
Yes.
We have a new venture going on. Yes. Is it my favorite subject, talking about me?
What's the new venture, baby?
I and my colleague, cohort, and co-conspirator, Dom, over at Blank Cover Podcast, we are about to become the new frontmen for Zavvi on Whatnot. And I know that a lot of people might be asking, okay, well, what is Zavvi and what is Whatnot? Well, I'll tell you. So first of all, Whatnot is a new streaming platform for buying and selling, well, specifically selling items of all sorts, such as action figures, comic books, collectibles,
posters,
and all those things.
Yes.
All points in between. And I've been looking to get into that because I think, well, hey, I can sell stuff. And it just turns out that Zavvi are looking for someone to sell their stuff. And Zavvi is a company that sells everything that we love. Action figures, baby. Selling them.
Yes.
Comic books.
Got it.
Selling them.
Selling them.
Apparel, hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts. We're selling them all.
Selling them.
Model Behavior is selling out. So we're going to have, right? You like that? So July 4th, I want to say, but now my brain's thinking July 5th. I'm going to put it down below me, okay? It's going to be the first Zavvi Whatnot stream, and it's going to be a Transformers stream, baby. Transformers
Robots
out the
in
wazoo.
the sky.
We're going to be selling things regarding Megatron, selling things regarding... Give me a Transformer. Come on, I said Megatron so you could get the easier one.
Wait, crap. I don't know.
Optimus Prime is what she was going to
I was
say.
thinking prime rib, and I was like, that's
Prime
so wrong.
rib.
Bumblebee?
Bumblebee, there you go. So it's going to be a Transformers-themed Whatnot stream, and we're going to have a whole bunch of fun on that, and folks are going to be able to get some bargains as well. So if you're not familiar with Whatnot, you can go and get the Whatnot app. It's free to join. You can just watch it like it's YouTube or Instagram Reels or whatever, and you can see us being a bunch of schmucks selling stuff. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Go check out Xavi on Whatnot. Bookmark the link for whatever day it is that we're kicking this thing off, and then be a part of the party. It's going to be a good time. In action figure news, Mafex are going to be re-releasing their brown costume Wolverine.
Yes.
Maybe you can see brown costume Wolverine right here on the screen.
Right now. Yes.
A fan favorite figure. And Mafex, they're a Japanese company, and they tend to sell out very quickly. So then their figures go for high prices. Ooh. So brown costume Wolverine is going for a lot of money on eBay at the moment. But as soon as this re-release hits, you're going to be able to pick them up for a bargain price. So keep your eyes peeled for when the pre-orders go up, and you can snag yourself a gorgeous looking brown costume Wolverine.
Do you like the brown costume Wolverine?
Yes and no. I like it, but classic, we call it Tiger Stripe Wolverine, which is the blue and yellow. The classic blue and yellow, that's my Wolverine. The first time I saw the brown costume was in an issue of Spider-Man, where Spider-Man teams up with him, and he starts off wearing the brown costume.
Yes.
I was like, oh, that's different. And then it gets all shredded, and he changes to the blue and yellow, and Spider-Man's like, oh, you having a family reunion? Because he's like, it's X-Men. Because brown costume kind of like is like his informal, I'm not with the X-Men at this time costume. Even though, don't get me wrong, he wears it with the X-Men all the time. Like, don't correct me. I know he wears it with the X-Men all the time, but sometimes it'll be like, I'm doing my own thing.
Okay, cool.
Kind of thing. Cool. Yeah. And there you go. Cool. It's a cool costume.
I understand. He's like the lead in a female like group. Like a singing group.
Yeah, he's doing a solo album.
Yeah, he's doing a solo album.
Yeah.
Nice. He's Beyonce.
He is Beyonce.
He's
the
Beyonce.
X-Men, actually.
Yes.
Quick bit of Marvel Legends news. Pre-orders are now open for the Capcom Juggernaut, and he's every bit as gorgeous as we all thought he was when he was first revealed. This was the only figure from the entire wave of figures that I actually did pre-order. Oh. So, baby, I'm getting better. Originally, like 2022 Dave, he would have ordered everything. For me, though, I just wanted the big bad Juggernaut.
Okay.
So also, they've released him for a not insane price. Is he still expensive? Yes. But considering that we were kind of bracing ourselves to be taken advantage of by Hasbro, instead, they've just kind of just tickled us a little bit. But I don't feel too upset.
How much was it?
$60. I mean, it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. It is an expensive toy for a person to buy.
How big is this?
He's big, baby.
Ah.
He's big. Yeah. But that's why I sell so many. I'm not gonna tell you about prices anymore. It's not important. It's not important. It's not important.
No, it's important.
But we were bracing for like 70 or 80 because at the moment Hasbro are like, oh, the tariffs. Oh, it's expensive tariffs. And we're like, is it? Is it really? No, because you're laying off all your staff. And yet the CEOs and directors are still getting their bonuses. So is it? Or is it just greed? I don't know.
Sassy today.
Only sassy against soulless, greedy corporations. Not against people. I only got love for people. But Hasbro can suck it.
Oh my gosh. You talk about Hasbro so much.
Yeah, what have they ever done for me? Operation Monster Force were at Joe Fest this year, and they revealed some upcoming figures that, oh my goodness, they do look pretty good. Namely, Chatsworth over here, who is a gun-toting Sasquatch monkey man. And honestly, they know how to appeal to toy collectors. Because who doesn't want a big giant Sasquatch with a Gatling gun?
And he likes donuts.
Again, how to appeal to comic book fans. So Chatsworth looks awesome. You could always get him and team him up with your Unparalleled Universe Sasquatch figure as well. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Then we got some renders as well. There's a Red Riding Hood. Ooh. Red Riding Hood being public domain means anyone can do Red Riding Hood. And they've done a pretty good looking one here, or at least they've got the renders for a good looking one. Then Order of Saint Joan of Arc.
Okay.
Sacrilegious? Maybe? I don't know. But, I mean, there's actually a lot of warrior nuns in comic book lore. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because warrior nun, well, I think it's because it's two such opposite things. A nun and like a badass demon fighter. But it also kind of works as well. Yeah,
they would fight demons.
Exactly. I was taught by nuns in junior school. It was a weird experience.
Did they look like that?
They did not look like that, which would have been very confusing getting sex ed from a nun who looked like that. But it's generally confusing getting sex ed from a nun anyway.
You got sex ed from a nun? Really?
Yeah, it'd be like me teaching someone how to like fix their car. It's like, well,
you could do it.
Are you coming from a position of experience here? I hope not. So, well, just, hey, look, if you're going to wear the habit, then you need to avoid some bad habits, okay?
Vegs.
Then we got Agent Harker, Miranda Seek. Looks, I like the tomboy kind of haircut on that one. And that does it for Monster Force. So basically, you might want to squirrel some money away because they're going to be coming for it very soon. For Street Fighter fans who want something a little bit extra, we've got a couple of different 1/6 scale Chun-Lis. So these are big, tall Chun-Lis. And this first one here is, well, it's the extra parts to add to your Chun-Li because they did the classic blue costume. Now we're getting from Starman the pink and red variants. And it's kind of cool to have the different options. For me, I was always a pink Chun-Li person because, I don't know, I just associate that with me playing the game in 1994. I always remember that Christmas. I got Street Fighter for the Sega Mega Drive. But yeah, these figures are pretty amazing. They're silicone. So they're not actually plastic. They have like a metal skeleton with soft, squidgy silicone on top.
She can do that.
Oh, yeah. It's very flexible silicone, but you got to look after it as well because it will split and crack if you're not careful. Yeah. And you don't want any cracks on your Chun-Li, I should hope. And there's actually another producer that's very similar to, Starman. Yes, so we got Starman, but also we have Play Toys. And Play Toys are doing a new head sculpt and pink outfit for their existing Chun-Li as well. So if you've got the original, then you can take the clothes off of her, and then you can, anatomically correct as well. Yes, and then you can put these pink, the pink costume on there. I've got the Cami version. It was a gift from a friend of the show, actually. Thank you very much for that.
So even
I feel like you have questions.
I do.
Yes.
So even like that part is
Her hoo-ha? It's sculpted. Yeah. I don't have it on me. It hasn't arrived back from Japan yet. I feel like you'd like to see it when it arrives. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. For science.
Of course. 1,000%.
For science. Over on Happy Pursuit's YouTube channel, they've got a sneaky little exclusive of which I am straight up pretty jealous. But you know what? I'll talk about it anyway because it's good to share the love. No, I do. I'm a salty dog sometimes. I'm like, why don't I get the exclusives? And then sometimes I do get exclusives and I forget about them because someone else then gets something and I can be annoyed again. I'm a petty child. So, Happy Pursuits has got a Mezco exclusive Rumble Society Rumbler. That being a reinforced urban military battle land rig. It's a toy car. And it's a whole lot of fun. This, you can go and look at his video to see all the details on it, but this is going to give a run for their money over at Ramen Toys with their vehicles. Valaverse are doing big trucks as well. Yes. Baby, we just grew up and got jobs to make money to buy the toys that we used to have as kids, and this is no exception.
I've noticed
that. We've got trucks for our army men to go in, and honestly, this looks great. Only a con exclusive though, I think, so it might be hard to track down. Time will tell. McFarlane Toys have revealed a couple of upcoming figures here. We've got the McFarlane Roundup. What we've got here is, first of all, the Merciless and the Batman Who Laughs. Also, Wani, you were saying that you don't like these figures because they look like action figures used to look.
Yes, I did say that.
So we've got another McFarlane hater here on the channel.
I'm not trying to be a hater.
Never heard of McFarlane Toys.
I was just looking at it and I was like,
She literally saw these and was like, I don't like the look of these. I'm like, baby, you're so right. Because, I'm not a big fan either. But we've got the Merciless and the Batman Who Laughs, which is actually very cool. It's like Batman who got infected with Joker toxin and went crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's like Batman, but with like the mindset of the Joker.
Cool.
Very cool.
I like that.
Then, of course, Superboy, who's kind of like almost like the love child of Superman and Lex Luthor. He was a clone that was made of both their DNA. It's kind of cool, actually. He's a fun character. Then there's a frozen Robin from Batman and Robin. What McFarlane like to do is take one of their old figures and then just give it a new paint job. Okay. Whether they paint it all gold and call it a special edition, or they do these frostbitten ones. So it's frostbitten Robin, basically. Okay. And then finally, they've got a super retro Wonder Woman. And she does look super retro. Like you were saying, she looks like an old figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there you go. That's just a little quick roundup to let you know what McFarlane have just revealed, but nothing too big to linger on. Tamashii Nations have revealed a few figures that are going to be, revealed at San Diego Comic-Con. So San Diego Comic-Con is the biggest Comic-Con of the year. So a whole bunch of awesome stuff gets shown off. So they have just revealed a couple of Dragon Ball Z figures that are going to be up up for pre-order eventually, but they'll be on display at Comic-Con, and also a mystery Godzilla. That's how they pronounce it sometimes. If it's a terrified old man warning what's to come, he's like, Godzilla. So yeah, there's going to be a Godzilla as well. More 2025 San Diego Comic-Con coverage, easy for me to say, coming up later this summer. Something a little bit different, but this really caught my eye. We got Console Heroes Sega Genesis cartridge dioramas. And these look really cute as like little desk toys. Baby, did you have, obviously you weren't like that into video games, but did you have a games console when you were growing up?
I had like a Game Boy Color.
Oh, okay. You're part of the Game Boy Color generation.
Yeah.
This, for me, Sega Genesis was my jam. So seeing these here, this is absolutely my 90s. Referenced Street Fighter 1994 again, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic and Knuckles. This really does hit the nostalgia beat very hard. So we're getting the Sega Genesis system with a whole bunch of different iconic characters. We're also getting Street Fighter, Alter Beast, and 2 different Sonic the Hedgehog dioramas for a reasonable price as well. The basic ones are $20 each, and then the big Sega one is $50. And honestly, for a little desk toy or a little something on your shelf, I got a lot of time for these.
It's cute.
Baby. I brought you back onto this episode for a special reason. I need your help. I need your solace. I need your counsel and your comfort. Michael Bay, baby. Michael Bay's coming back to the Transformers franchise.
We don't want that.
No, we don't. We don't want that. No, we don't want Michael Bay coming back to direct more Transformers movies, baby. They're terrible. Okay. They're so bad. But there was a time when they made so much money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They made so much money. And unfortunately, Paramount Pictures tried to pivot away from just releasing crap that made money and tried to make an actual good Transformers movie. And they did. They made an animated Transformers movie called Transformers 1. It was like a prequel. It was like the origin story for the Transformers. Okay. And it was phenomenal. Like, genuinely, it was in the cinemas last year, and I went to see it. It was great. Okay. Unfortunately, it bombed at the box office.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because the marketing department were absolutely hopeless. This was even though it was animated, it was a really gripping, well-told story. Like it was kind of like Pixar in that there's stuff in there for adults. Like it was good. But the marketing campaign and the trailers made it look like a goofy, dumb kids movie. It looked like a dumb kids movie. When I heard that they were doing an animated Transformers movie, I was like, "Oh, awesome!" Then I saw the trailer and I was like, "Oh, what? No!"
Yeah, no, that's
so I only went to see it. I went to see it with Rob. It was a good time. But I went to see it on a whim. We were like, "You want to go see Transformers?" We were like, "Yeah, what the hell?" And it was brilliant. Damn. But because of the crappy marketing, no one watched it. And Paramount, being run like any big company, being run by dumbasses in suits who just look at money and spreadsheets went, well, that didn't make money. So let's go back to what did make money. Michael Bay blowing stuff up and not understanding what actual good storytelling is. So,
That's fair.
yeah, Michael Bay rumored to be coming back to the Transformers franchise to direct a new movie because Paramount are like, well, we got to make that money.
That's true.
So-
I understand. I understand the disappointment. It's like when they'll have trailers for a movie and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it's just a regular movie," and you go there and it's a musical, and you're like, "I didn't ask for that."
I didn't sign up for that.
Or vice versa, where you're like, you had no idea. Like, what? It's just terrible.
Yeah, so I'm ready to be hurt again. But at least a small little ray of sunshine is that the director of Transformers 1, who did a phenomenal job, is apparently also going to be directing another Transformers movie going forward as well. So he is going to get another crack at doing Transformers. It might be the G.I. Joe crossover, might be some different animated project, we don't know, but there's still a ray of hope that there's some good Transformers content out there. Unfortunately, it looks increasingly likely there's also going to be Michael Bay content too. So time will tell.
Maybe he'll get better.
He won't. In movie news, real quick, the new Superman movie is going to be debuting very, very soon. I'm very excited for it. And hopefully we'll enjoy it so much we'll be like, when are we going to see Superman again? Well, apparently we won't have to wait too long.
No.
Because director James Gunn has said that it's not going to be a long wait before he pops up. It'll be within the next couple of years. And since there isn't a new Superman movie scheduled, that means that there's only two other projects. Either John Cena's Peacemaker, Season 2, or the Supergirl movie. That'll be coming out next year. Yeah, it's going to be a Supergirl movie.
I want to see that.
Should be a lot of fun, actually. I've got high hopes for this new world that they're making with the DC heroes. So fingers crossed, they're going to do what they were trying to do to emulate Marvel, having the characters cross over and pop up here and there, but just, doing it well this time.
We'll see.
Fingers crossed, we're going to be seeing more of Superman soon. It's that time once again to go over the weekly best-selling comics, the top 10 comics of the week. I'm going to give you the quick rundown right now. So first, in the number 10 spot, we've got Emma Frost, the White Queen. Emma Frost is cool. She's a mutant, turns her skin into diamond.
Ooh.
She's telepathic as well.
I like
Had
that.
a telepathic affair with Cyclops that Jean Grey didn't know about. And it's like, is that cheating if it's telepathic? We've had discussions about what constitutes cheating. I think that would constitute.
That's a
Because
different,
you wouldn't
that's
want
a
your
different
partner
video.
to know about it. But yeah, we might do that video. Anyway, in the number 9 spot, we've got Aliens versus Avengers. That's a fun crossover. Now that DC own the Aliens franchise, we're getting Aliens versus Avengers.
Right.
Then in the number 8 spot, it's The Ultimates, number 13. Then number 7, it's Jeff. It's Jeff the Land Shark, number 1. At number 6, we're moving away from Marvel. It's Image Comics with Exquisite Corpses. Issue number 2. Then going back over to Marvel, Bring on the Bad Guys with Doctor Doom, issue number 1. Well, it's Bring on the Bad Guys, issue number 1. Then it's Godzilla versus Avengers. You start to think after a while, is the Avengers the problem? Because it's always them versus someone.
No.
Who was the common denominator?
baby,
the Avengers.
It's Godzilla
And Godzilla. Okay.
versus the Avengers.
Then, number 3, it's Battle Beast, issue number 2 from Image Comics. At number 2, it's Absolute Flash, number 4 from DC. And finally, Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 6 from Marvel Comics. Rightly deserved. Right now, the Amazing Spider-Man comics are crushing it. I need to go read that.
Okay.
Robert Kirkman, famous for creating The Walking Dead and Invincible and a whole bunch of other great stuff, is taking the reins of the ongoing Transformers comic with issue number 25.
Okay.
So this is good news. Genuine good news. Because also, the current Transformers comic has been crushing it. People are loving it. They tend to reboot Transformers comics every few years. New creative team, new sort of story. And yeah, the current one that's been around for a couple of years now, doing great. Pretty gritty, kind of dark and like kind of badass, but fun as well. Not what people would call edgelord. Where it's edgelord is like cool and badass for the sake of trying to be cool and badass.
Okay.
But this actually is cool and badass. And Robert Kirkman taking over issue 25. I'm really looking forward to this. I love The Walking Dead. And Invincible, fantastic. So hopefully more good stuff to come. Juanita just saw this picture and asked, what's that? Well, I'll tell you what that is. That is the most famous Batman/Joker cover artwork that has just sold for $288,000 at auction. I just wanted to share it as a quick little story here. The artist is just referred to in this article as Jock. It says Jock's iconic Detective Comics 880 Joker cover art just sold for an incredible $288K. The striking artwork is considered one of the most recognizable Batman Joker images of all time.
Seriously?
Honestly, I can't blame someone for spending that much money if they've got it. I mean, you might as well spend it on something awesome. That is pretty haunting, isn't it? I got a lot of time for that.
I feel like I'm going to see that in my nightmares.
Just wanted to share some cool cover art. You can tell when it's a slow news episode, but I wanted to share some of these because Venom #8 is coming out in the next couple of weeks, and there's going to be featuring Dr. Octopus. Venom 8, Doc Ock, all makes sense. And I kind of like that since Mary Jane
she's the new Venom.
She's the new Venom. So to have her matching up against some of Peter Parker's old foes, that's got a nice little synergy. So
cool.
Hopefully she'll be like, wow, I get it. Fighting these guys sucks. You know, she has a little empathy for Peter. And hopefully they can have something to talk about and they can get back together.
Yeah.
And true love will prevail.
Yeah.
Paul. She's with this guy called Paul. He's no good for her.
You don't know.
No, Paul sucks. We all agree. Just the community at large.
He's trying his best.
Yeah, but he's just...
Like, he's just not Peter.
He's so lame. He's so lame.
Maybe she needs a little lame.
No, they're destined to be together. Yeah. All right, it'll happen. So, baby, I told you that Marvel and DC are crossing over again. Yes. Well, they've just revealed some of the backup crossovers that are going to be in their main issue. So the main issue is going to be Batman and Deadpool teaming up.
Okay.
Or fighting each other. We don't know.
Yeah.
Knowing the structure of these things, they're probably going to fight each other, then team up. That's the way it goes.
Okay.
But we're also going to get some backup stories. We're going to get Captain America teaming up with Wonder Woman. That's going to be written by Chip Zdarsky and Terry Dodson. Nice. That works, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you can see them
they love
together.
Their morals, yeah.
And it's kind of like, it's like Superman and Batman team up a lot. And you think like, well, they're so different on the power scale. You know, Batman's just a human and
with
Superman's right up there. Yeah. And it's similar with Captain America and Wonder Woman. Like, she's like God's strength and stuff. And comparatively, Cap is just a man. So it's a nice dynamic of how that works.
With really
he's got the super
injection,
soldier.
Yeah.
He's got the super soldier serum.
Yes.
But still, it's a big difference.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Then we got Daredevil and Green Arrow being written by Kevin Smith and drawn by Adam Kubert. Oh. So those are some big A-list names on that. They all are. Yes. And then finally, in a very cute little crossover, we're getting Jeff the Land Shark teaming up with Crypto the Superdog. Looks like a whole lot of fun for the upcoming crossovers. Quick, cool little bit of Spider-Man comic book news in the run-up to Spider-Man. How many Spider-Man issues do you think there have been of the main title? Add a guess. Debuted in 1963. Doesn't matter. Wild stab in the dark.
120.
Oh, baby. We're about to hit 1,000. 1,000 issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. We're about 25 issues away, and one of the ways we're going to mark that. Don't feel bad.
How do they keep coming up with stories? 1,000?
Hey, baby, the times change. Characters come and go and are born and died and resurrected. There's always a story to tell. Jeez. And one of my favorite new artists, Lee Bermejo, I think is how you pronounce his name. I'm terrible with names. But he's got this beautiful kind of realistic sort of style. He's going to be doing alternate covers for all of the Spider-Man comic books going forward up to issue 1,000. So it's a very clever marketing tactic by Marvel because it's worked on me. I want to buy all of these because I love the artwork. They look absolutely gorgeous. Very much looking forward to this. A great way to celebrate issue number 1,000 coming up in, well, it'll be about a year or so's time.
1,000?
1,000. And that's just the main title.
Wait.
It's a lot of Spider-Man comics.
Yeah.
A lot. Today in Custom Corner, friend of the show, Symbiote Seeker, has been hard at work at, well, just about everything, basically. So Symbiote Seeker is a creator who takes existing action figures and then uses them as a base to make amazing action figures.
What was that?
Amazing action figures, which honestly does get frustrating when you see them and you're like, why don't our action figures look like this? Because they're awesome. And right now we've been going over a whole big Marvel Capcom kind of kick, and he's done some Capcom style Wolverines and other characters, and they just look so beautiful. So Symbiote Seeker, keep up the great work, brother. And guys, go check him out to see some of the most badass. She just saw the Capcom Wolverine. Badass looking action figures that you're going to find online. Today, this day, in this very ring. That's what wrestlers say in all their promos. Tonight, in this ring. No, on this episode, though, want to shout out awesome artist Flatliner74. Saw his work pop up on my timeline, especially the gender swapped Luke Cage. So this is Luke Cage that we're looking at here. That's the comic book sort of version of the character. Real badass, along with the rest of their work as well. Go give them a follow. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Beautiful. We almost harmonized there. Gang, thank you so much for watching. This was a bit of a different kind of episode because there wasn't that much news to talk about. So just kind of hanging out. I had fun with that. But, baby, if people liked this episode, do you think they should give it the old thumbs up?
I think so.
I think so, too.
Let's go,
so, guys,
Bob.
if you could give a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Or if you want to go one step beyond in supporting the channel, then you could get yourself a YouTube channel membership. Well, not specifically YouTube, but Model Behaviour. YouTube are doing fine. They're all right. We don't have to take a little cap and have a whip around for YouTube. But for Model Behaviour, I'll take every penny you got. We'll take the fillings out of your teeth. So if you want to join up to the channel members section, you can do that. And that will allow you to also take part in all of the live streams that I do for channel members as well. So, gang, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Coffee. Big time.